Should you date a person who is separated but not divorced? Let's get into it.
Hello, friends. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for clicking. Kindly subscribe to this beautiful channel. So, in today's video, we'll be talking about why you should never date a married man or someone who's separated. So, I've put the videos together so that you watch and learn, and I'll be back to share my true sense. Don't forget to like this video because it helps with my algorithm. So, let's get into it.
Should you date a person who is separated but not divorced? Let's get into it. Here's the thing. When it comes to marriages, it's a very slippery slope. There's a lot of emotions. There may be a lot of assets to divide. There may be children involved. There could be a lot of reasons why they haven't filed for divorce yet, but here's the thing. If you are not done enough with the situation to file for divorce, do you honestly think you should be out here dating and starting a new relationship with people getting their feelings involved? No. So I would say to someone who is considering to date someone who is separated but not divorced, don't do it. At least don't take it seriously because you have no idea how this situation is going to turn out. You don't know if they're going to get back together. You don't know if they're actually going to divorce. There are so many unanswered questions, and this person hasn't healed. Even if they haven't been with this person for a while, they've still been technically married to this person. They haven't separated their whole lives from this person. They're still connected in some way. And I don't think that's healthy to start a new relationship with.
Ladies, this is your PSA, okay? To never get involved with a married man. This isn't a lecture on morals and cheating and lying and all of that. No, I'm telling you this because I've seen it play out 100 times, and let me tell you, you will always lose. It is a no-win prospect for you. I know how it goes. You meet him, he's handsome, he's charming, you guys have this amazing connection. He may or may not tell you that he's married at first, but when he does, it's always the same story. It's always that he and his wife, their relationship has been over for a long time. And really, they're just together for the children. He'll tell you all about how hard it is being in a loveless marriage. He'll probably tell you how he and his wife sleep in separate rooms and they basically live completely separate lives. One thing will lead to another, and the two of you will fall in love, and then he'll start telling you about how much he really wants to leave his wife to be with you. He probably will start making promises about how as soon as this happens, and as soon as that happens, and this, that, and the other, he's gonna leave. He just needs a little bit more time. But I'm here to tell you that all of that is lies, okay? All lies. And these scenarios always play out one of a few ways. Okay, understand that married men pretty much never leave their wives, okay? Usually what happens is the wife finds out and then she ends the relationship and basically forces him out. But somewhere along the line, the rhetoric becomes that he left her for another woman. But it's not usually the case that he actually proactively went to her and said, look, I've fallen in love with someone else and would like to end our relationship so that I can pursue this other relationship. Like, it's never like that. So yes, she finds out, she ends it, and then he moves out and runs into your arms. And this is what I'm going to call the best case scenario, which, I mean, is not all that great. I mean, sure, now he's left his wife and you got your man, but let me tell you what actually is going to play out. Because now he's going through a divorce, probably a pretty expensive divorce, and he'll make up all kinds of things about how his horrible ex-wife and her horrible lawyers are taking him to the cleaners, and is it okay if he just stays with you and, you don't mind helping him out a bit through this rough time, do you? I mean, after all, he left his wife for you, so it's the least you could do, right? And the next thing you know, he's living at your place, you're covering all the bills because, he has to pay his lawyers and alimony and this, that, and the other. And you're cooking for him, and you're cleaning up after him, and you're doing his laundry. Oh, and if he has kids, you're taking care of them as well. You don't mind because you're in love. And what you and he have is real. And, it's nothing like what he had with that other woman. Or that's what you thought until one day you discover that he's auditioning for the replacement of side chick. Because always remember that a man who will cheat with you will always cheat on you. Only now he's kind of a much broker version of the man you first met. True love, right? And like I said, that was best case scenario because, see, what also sometimes happens is that the wife finds out, but she doesn't kick him out. Instead, she wants to work things out with him. And do you know what happens when the wife wants to work things out? You'll be cut off like it was nothing because he owes it to his family to try and he doesn't want to put his kids through a divorce. But you understand, right? I have seen all of those scenarios and worse. And so I am telling you this because I want you to think carefully about your future prospects should you ever be tempted to get involved with a married man. I mean, look, if you want to do the whole sprinkle sprinkle thing and it's just about the money, that's a different story, okay? But when I say don't get involved, I mean literally like do not get emotionally involved because no matter what, you will always lose. 100% of the time, you will end up hurt one way or another. Because think about it, this man is already showing you that he is a liar and a cheater right from the beginning. So I don't know what you're hoping to gain from all of this. What you have with him is not different or special, and it will always end the same way. And I've seen it play out many, many times. It's always the same. Just trust me.
So let's be clear. A separated man is not a divorced man. What does that mean? Men marry neck up. They marry on paper and they divorce on paper. When a man says, I have married you, this is something that he has done institutionally and something that he undoes institutionally. When a woman marries, she marries neck down. This means that her body has chosen this man. Her body has selected him to be her mate. And when she divorces, she crosses her legs. So if a woman has divorced a man, she will no longer avail herself sexually to him, even if the piece of paper says they're married. So marriage is very different. Do not engage with a man who was not signed on the dotted line of his divorce.
So that's the video, guys. I'm just here to share my true sense, like what I think about today's video, why you should never date a married man or someone who is separated. So dating a married man or someone who is separated is one of those choices that can bring a lot of unnecessary pain and complications into your life. Okay, so why this is not just a bad idea, it's a path that often leads to heartbreak, confusion, and even harm to your sense of self-worth. First of all, married men or separated individuals typically have unresolved baggage. If they are married, they are made a commitment to someone else, a promise are choosing to break by engaging with you. This speaks volumes about their character. If someone can't honor their vows to their spouse, how can you trust that they will honor their promises to you? If they're separated, it means they're still in a transitional phase, often still tied to their spouse legally, emotionally, or even financially. This kind of unfinished business will spill into your relationship whether you want it or not. Then there is the fact that dating a married man often means you're settling for being someone's second choice. Let's be real. If he's married, his primary loyalty with will always be with his wife, even if he says otherwise. You're left in the shadows, sneaking around, waiting for moments of attention, and constantly feeling like you're not enough. That's not love, that's sabotage, okay? And no one deserves to feel like an option when they're looking for a genuine connection. There's also the question of integrity. Entering into a relationship with a married man or someone who has not fully moved on from their past is not just disrespectful to their current or previous partner, it's also unfair to yourself. You deserve someone who is available in every sense of the word, emotionally, legally, and spiritually. Being with someone who is not fully free to love you is trying to build a house on a shaky ground. It's destined to crumble. Another point to consider is how this situation often ends. Many married men promise to leave their spouses, but statistics shows that most don't follow through. They might feed you lines about how unhappy they are or how their marriage is already over, but that's not true. Why haven't they taken their steps to finalize the chapter before involving someone new? And for those who are separated, it's crucial to recognize that they're still figuring things out. Maybe they're still holding out hope for reconciliation, or perhaps are not emotionally ready for a new relationship. Either way, You're stepping into a storm of uncertainty. Let's not forget the emotional toll. Relationships like these are often fraught with scarcity, guilt, and insecurity. You might feel isolated because you can't openly talk about your relationship with friends or family, and you might start doubting your self worth because of compromising you have to make. Over time, this can chip away your confidence and leave you feeling empty. Think about it, the ripple effect too. If the spouse finds out things get messy, legally, emotionally, even physically, affair don't just hurt the people directly involved, they can destroy families, disrupt children's lives, and lead to years of unresolved pain and resentment. Do you really want to be part of that story? When it comes to your future, dating someone who is unavailable set a dangerous precedent. You might end up investing months or even years in a relationship that has no future. Imagine pulling your time, energy, and emotions into something that can't grow into the partnership you truly want. You deserve a relationship where you can plan a future together without fear, shame, or secrecy. Here is the truth: real love doesn't need to be hidden. It doesn't make you feel like you have to compete for attention or affection. Real love is open, honest, and reciprocated. It's about two people who are fully available for each other, who choose each other every day without hesitation or distraction. That kind of love is not possible with someone who's already committed somewhere. You have to ask yourself, why settle for crumbs when you could have the whole cake? Why waste your time on someone who can't fully be with you when there are so many people out there who are single, emotionally available, and ready to build something meaningful? Don't let loneliness or a moment of attraction convince you to settle for less than you deserve. In, in the end of it, it's about protecting your peace, your heart, and your self respect. Walking away from someone who is married or separated may feel hard in the moment, but it's a choice that will save you from a future pain. Always remember, you're worthy of love that's honest, complete, and free of complications. Don't accept anything less, guys, okay? Don't do it. So another thing that I want to talk about, a lot of men lie, a lot of men they are married, okay? So you have to be very careful when you're choosing a partner. Make sure you find out, you do some background check before you go into deep relationships, because some of the men they lie they are not married. They are actually, okay. So there's this one time a content creator shared the story on how he dated someone for 3 years and never found out that they were married. Okay. So this lady used to call him every time in the night saying good night. Every time he called, he would pick up. They could spend weekends together. They could come every day, eat supper every day, you know. So later, she just saw someone posting this man on Facebook with two kids. And this woman, that was her husband. Imagine. And just imagine how much to this man cost to this lady. Dating someone for good 3 years and they lied to you. Everything was a lie, starting from you met his brothers, his sisters, which are all lies. You've gone to the house, which is a lie. Like he was renting a furnished apartment. Okay. So yeah, a lot of things happened. So we have to be very careful and we have to be protecting our heart at all costs. And make sure when you start dating, make sure you know the person and try to figure or find out who the real person he is, because you may end up wasting years of being with someone in a relationship who is married, and that hurts so much. So thank you so much for watching, guys. If you like this video, kindly like and comment. We shall discuss in the comment section. All I can say is a bye bye for now.